More news you need to know.
"34 degrees outside, warming up. We're above freezing." It's 36 minutes past 8 a.m. Good morning. Monday, March the 4th, program 2631. Your archaeologist of information, yours truly, Preston Scott, got a link sent to me by producer extraordinaire Will Dance. He titled it, "One of the Best Defenses of the Second Amendment Ever." We put it on the website. You can see it for yourself. In fact, make the website your homepage. Just do yourself a favor, because you'll get all kinds of weird news. You'll get all kinds of very helpful news. You'll get all kinds of political news. You'll get great video clips. You'll have access to the radio program like never before, during and after, retrospectively if you like. You'll have poll questions like, does Tallahassee, Leon County need an alternative source for local government news coverage? Yes or no? Just tell us what you think. Make the morning show page your go-to. First thing in the morning. Go there, see what we're talking about. Go to Facebook, enter in. Twitter, tweet. All of the links right there at WFLAFM.com. But among the things on the morning show page, you will find the video clip that I'm about to play. Very interesting. What's interesting is that this clip is on the YouTube page for a group called DAFR, Disabled Americans for Firearms Rights. DAFR is a newly formed group organized by a gentleman named Scott Ennis, who is from New London, Connecticut. He's the founder of Disabled Americans for Firearms Rights. As of January 27th, 2013, they have a national membership of 14,000 plus in a very short period of time. He's testifying before the state of Connecticut, offers some comments. But on the YouTube page for this group, they have the following, and it's a montage of clips. And I'm only going to introduce the first voice because the rest just kind of flow, and what they have to say is very, very informative. And who you're going to hear from first, who's heading this off, is Harry Alford, the CEO for the Black Chamber of Commerce of America. Now, you can go ahead and say, what do we need that for? Here's what it boils down to. These are conservative blacks. Sort of like Project 21. I'm quite certain that some of the members of the Black Chamber of Commerce of America are also members of Project 21, a group that we get a lot of guests from on the morning show. Listen to what he has to say relative to the White House, President Obama's administration, and their efforts to curtail the Second Amendment. Listen to the history lesson on the NRA.
I want to thank the Lord for our Constitution. I also want to thank the NRA for its legacy. The National Rifle Association was founded by religious leaders who wanted to protect free slaves from the Ku Klux Klan. They would raise money, buy arms, show the free slaves how to use those arms, and protect their families. God bless you. Many of us probably wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for the NRA.
But let me just briefly say that gun control, for black Americans, we know that gun control has ultimately been about people control.
Niger Innes.
It sprouts from racist soil, be it after or during the infamous Dred Scott case, where black man's humanity was not recognized. And the beauty about some racists is that sometimes they're blatantly honest. And the racist Chief Justice Taney said, we cannot allow the law to recognize the humanity of this individual because he would be able to keep and bear arms. When a lot of Democratic-controlled segregationist governments after the Civil War attempted to deny black men and women their freedom, they instituted black codes, largely to deny the Second Amendment from newly freed slaves.
Right after the Emancipation Proclamation, what was going on down in the southern states, it's very clear that the Dixiecrats wanted to disarm black people to keep us from defending ourselves against the Klansmen who were murdering white and black Republicans to control the ballot box. So I think history is ripe with examples of there's a correlation, direct correlation between gun control and black people control.
This current administration is far from the truth. This agenda is becoming more and more obvious to all.
Reverend William
that
Owens.
It's a distraction. It's a reason, it's an excuse to carry out an ideology that is more evident every day and every week that goes by, that it is anti-American. And when you touch the Second Amendment, you can't become more anti-American, because America would not be without her guns, and guns would not be necessary without her God. We call upon Americans, both black, white, Hispanics, Republicans, Democrats, Independents, and even those who are not of our faith, to agree upon this. Without God, without guns, and without the Constitution, America's end will come with haste. For when they change our Constitution, they will take our guns. And when they take our guns, they will also seek to take our God.
There you go. Nothing to laugh at other than the fact that once again, some clarity is coming about the true intent of what's going on in Washington, and whether it's Obamacare, whether it's this manufactured and look, I've had people try to make a connection between Fast and Furious, and I think it's called Project Gunrunner, that the White House engaged in under George W. Bush. Night and day. Project Gunrunner was to identify and stop bad guys from having guns. Fast and Furious was to give them the weaponry in order to incite the debate that's currently underway. It just failed. There is no correlation between the two. Some of those liberal organizations in the world even recognize there's no connection. My point is that it doesn't matter whether we're talking about the Second Amendment. It doesn't matter whether we're talking about Obamacare. It is all about control.